Hi, today we're back with Stu in his workshop. Stu, we're taking a look at something which has caused a lot of controversy, not only in Canada, but the United States as well. And although it is not the AR-15, it is a version or derivative of it. I believe this is the Colt Law Enforcement Carbine.
That's correct.
Same caliber, 5.56. As the standard AR-15, semi-automatic, and you've got this one tricked out a little bit. Do you want to run through what you've got added onto it?
Sure, no problem. This one, again, is the Colt Law Enforcement Carbine, and for those Colt fans, this is the, if I remember correctly, this is the 6921 series, which means it's got the 14.5-inch barrel on it versus the 16.1. What I've done is I put on the Lewis Machining Tool buttstock. I got a night armament rail on it. I have the Magpul sling plate here, Rainier Arms ambidextrous cocking handle, the Magpul bat lever. I have Surefire X300 light on it. I have a PEC 15, and I have a Spectre DR optical unit.
So I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, listing everything off again. So this is your optical sight, and this is
that's your infrared laser.
Infrared laser.
Yeah, it's got your visual laser, IR laser, and IR torch as well.
Excellent. So using night vision goggles with this, or some type of infrared sensing equipment, you could use that not only as a targeting for illumination, but as a flashlight. Exactly. Excellent. So we're going to take a closer look at the internals of this. We've shot the AR on the channel, but we're going to take a look at the inside and see what makes this one tick. Okay, we got the cameras turned around so that we can take a look at this too. This is the well-known AR-15. We talked about it a little bit a few moments ago. For those who have not seen the inside of it and why it's so popular and why people like it so much for ease of use, one of the things you have to do obviously is take care of it, and this platform is one that's very easy to take care of. Can you just walk us through how easy she comes apart and back together again?
Sure, no problem. Well, magazine's removed. I'll just quickly double check, make sure the chamber's clear. I can see inside, chamber's clear. I can now put on safe and do the field strip. Rear takedown pin pops out, allows the action to be separated and the bolt carrier group to be removed. And from here, your firing pin retaining pin, your firing pin, your cam pin, and your bolt can be easily removed and then be cleaned. And you can see how easy it is for it to come apart.
Now this is very simple, a lot easier than a lot of other type of rifles, and one that's very quick to learn. You can easily figure this out and get into routines for cleaning. Any tips on cleaning this particular rifle? Well,
get yourself a lot of brushes. One of the things I'd say is avoid anything steel, like don't use dental picks or anything like that, or scrapers or scribes or anything like that. You'll easily scratch and ruin the anodizing of the surface on the inside. Even on the outside of the metal parts, you can just use nylon brushes, or if you have to, maybe a bronze bristle brush, but you don't have to go that hard on it.
All right, and to reassemble.
Reassemble, put the bolt in, making sure that the extractor is on the right side. Cam pin gets inserted. Once it's inserted, push the bolt out, rotate the cam pin 90 degrees. I usually tilt the bolt like this here, let gravity be my friend. Firing pin goes in. Firing pin position pin, retaining pin goes in, and what I'll do is I'll just turn it upside down. Make sure she's all in, nothing falls out. Pull back on the cocking handle, maybe an inch or so. Insert the bolt, carrier group. Everything should slide in. Make sure the bolt's all the way in. Close up the upper and lower. Push in down your takedown pin, and there you go. Function check. Talk to action. Put it on safe. Doesn't fire. Move it to semi. Squeeze the trigger, action should fire. Cock it one time with the trigger depressed. Release, you should hear the disc connector arrest the hammer, and then squeeze one more time, and you'll hear the hammer fall. And you know the rifle's been put together properly.
One thing I'm going to ask you to do, if you can open it up again, we took a look at the 9mm carbine. We looked at the buffer spring.
Yes.
Can you pull the buffer spring out of this just so that people, if they watch the other video, they can see the difference between the two and what you were talking about with the extra bit and the spacer on it?
Sure, no problem. If you pull the buffer out, you can see you got the buffer, the spring, and you don't have that spacer. And what happens again, where we talked about the 9mm carbine, that you have a bolt, not a bolt carrier group, because the bolt face was on the carrier. And because it's that much shorter, when you engage the bolt catch, you have that much more space in between where the actual bolt would stop on the rear portion of your barrel your receiver extension.
Right. So that allows the full travel.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we'll put her back together again. And while you're doing that, Stu, thank you very much for showing us and taking time out today to bring this information out to the world.
No problem.
Thank you.